going on, everybody? You are watching the Jets Report by Chat Sports. My name is Patrick Siepman, and we got to talk about this game again. I got my top 5 takeaways from the Jets' horrific, horrific loss to the Denver Broncos across the pond in London. And there's a lot to talk about, but the biggest storyline from this game, I think, is at the quarterback position, and that being Justin Fields. And, I'm not trying to be too prisoner of the moment when I say this or too hyperbolic, but I truly do believe Justin Fields needs to be benched. And this doesn't have to be a situation where you bench him for the entire season. Just give this guy a couple weeks off because his processing today was as bad as I've ever seen from a quarterback in the NFL. And I don't know if the concussion that he suffered a couple weeks ago is playing into this, but I just think the coaching staff just give this guy a couple weeks off to get back in the lab, get his body right. Because as a team today, the Jets had negative 10 passing yards. I mean, he took 9 sacks, and I think 8 of those you could credit to the quarterback. And if you just go back, you already starting to see clips out there from the all-22 perspective. I mean, guys are running wide open. I mean, it wasn't all the time, but still, majority of these plays today, they were, able to be made, and Field just didn't make them. Like, even on the 3rd and 8 throw, late in the game, Jets are trying to have, obviously a game-winning field goal drive. 3rd and 8, he is staring down Garrett Wilson. He breaks off his route, and Fields hesitates, and he doesn't throw him the ball. And then he's about 2 seconds too late, ends up being an incomplete pass. It also wasn't an accurate throw as well. I mean, the amount of times today, I think he probably had 3 out routes to Garrett Wilson where he just threw it behind him. And he was just flat out horrible today. It was truly, I think it's the worst quarterback performance that was on display so far this NFL season. So I would turn it back over to Tyrod Taylor because I don't know how you look these guys in the locker room if you're Aaron Glenn and say, yeah, we're going to still roll out with them. Like, it is 2025. It is the modern days of the NFL. If you can't have a serviceable passing attack, you just have to get him out. Like, I don't know how you look at Garrett Wilson, who even Garrett Wilson, his college teammate, I don't know how you look at him and be like, yeah, we're going to stick with Justin Fields. I think they got to go to Tyrod Taylor because he, from a player's perspective, he single-handedly lost you this game. I mean, there's a reason these teams are putting 8, 9 guys in the box after every single run. It's because they don't trust the quarterback to throw the football whatsoever. And then also, it's a head coach quarterback league, plain and simple. Like, when it's all said and done, when you look at who won each division after the end of every single season, it's normally which team has the best quarterback head coach combo. Take the Los Angeles Rams, for example. Stafford, McVay, the Chiefs with Mahomes and Reed. Like, all of these teams have an elite combination of head coach and quarterback, and I think the Jets undisputedly, as it stands right now, a lot of this can change, I think they have the worst head coach quarterback combo in the entire NFL. And at the end of the game, I still don't understand Aaron Glenn's decision not to attempt the 62-yard field goal. You were 2 of 15 on 3rd downs leading up to it. Clearly, Justin Fields was off the whole game, and you're banking on him picking up a 4th and 8 without Garrett Wilson out there on the football field. I just don't understand that thought process. There was a significantly better chance that Nick Folk, who I understand doesn't have a big leg, but there's a better chance he hits from 62 than the Jets picking up a 4th and 8, considering also earlier on in the game, Nick Folk, he hit one from 52 that would have been good from possibly 65. So the process just isn't there. I just don't understand Glenn's decisions at all, even at the end of the first half. I mean, that was one of the worst drives I've ever seen. You went 20 yards, burned all 3 timeouts, and you had to pretty much just let the clock run down because you didn't trust Justin Fields to pass. So that's also with this coaching staff. If you don't trust Justin Fields to throw the football, why is he still in the game? Like, why is he still your quarterback? Because clearly he is limiting this playbook, and he is limiting what the Jets want to do offensively. Now, also, Tanner Engstrad, I mean, he is not much better. Apparently, Rich Cimini got a text from a former Jets executive saying that Tanner Engstrad should have to swim home from London. So I'll ask you guys this. Should the Jets bench Justin Fields? You guys let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Give me a Y for yes. Give me an N for no on your thoughts. I'm going to probably say absolutely. I just don't know how you can look, especially the defense in their eyes and say, yeah, this guy gives us the best chance to win, considering you have a solid veteran behind him. I know Tyrod was not great against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but the passing game will be significantly better. We're not even seeing him utilize his legs as much as they should. Now, is that also on Tanner Engstrad? 110%. But if I'm the Jets, I'm probably going a different direction at the quarterback position. And I think it's just Tyrod's time. I just don't know how, again, you can look these guys in the locker room and say, yeah, he gives us the best chance to win. I mean, it was truly the worst quarterback performance I possibly have ever seen. not trying to be hyperbolic. It was that bad earlier today. But if you guys want to get some more Jets jerseys in your life, hey, maybe you want to rock out with the Justin Fields jersey. Clearly, nobody's going to support him, so maybe if you guys do as well. But they also got Sauce Gardner, Quinnen Williams, the whole nine. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. All right, hit this link, chatsports.com/Jets jerseys if you guys want to get some more Jets jerseys in your life. Justin Fields, Garrett Wilson. I would get a Garrett Wilson jersey. This guy deserves better. So if you guys want to, click that link, chatsports.com/Jets jerseys. Now, obviously, I think today was majority negative, but there were some positives out there. I actually thought the defense played their tails off today. Jamie and Sherwood had obviously a pretty rough performance against the Dallas Cowboys this previous week, but I thought today he was flying around and he looked amazing. Glenn talked about him earlier this week. He felt like he was just trying to do too much. Once you get that C on your chest, you get that big time payday. He was trying to almost play too much outside of his role. But I thought today he was flying around. Like the Jets did a fantastic job of slowing down a Broncos rushing attack that came into the league top 5. And I think a big reason for that was because of number 44. I was super impressed with this guy. I thought Quinnen Williams had a monster game. Pretty quiet in terms of the stat sheet, but in terms of him just two-gapping, dominating the run game, I thought he played his tail off. And then, Sauce Gardner, he had a quiet game, which I think is a good thing. He gave up that one touchdown, the only touchdown in the game, to Adkins, where it was just a miscommunication with him and the safety. He should have peeled off, but he went with the post, ended up just coming right back behind him on a wheel route. So obviously that wasn't ideal, but I thought Sauce, throughout the whole game, majority of the plays, I thought he played pretty good. He was going to be a solid wide receiver 1 in Courtland Sutton, so I thought Sauce held his own, pretty well. And the punter, I mean, if I had to give an MVP for the Jets season so far, I'm not even bullshitting you. I would give it to Austin McNamara. This is the best punter in the league. I would extend this guy ASAP, and first off, it's a crime. He had to punt 7 times today, but he had an average of 50.7 yards per punt. He had 3 punts inside the 20, had a long of 58. I mean, he was a big reason, first off, why the Jets got the safety, because he pinned him down at the 3-yard line, and he was flipping the field all the time in this game, which is obviously so big because the Jets, they think they have an identity. I mean, they want to run the football. They want to be a defensive-minded team. So having a good punter does play a big factor in that. And not only just McNamara, but like the punt coverage, like Kene Nwangwu running down there, making some big-time plays as well. Arian Smith had a couple of good plays on the punt unit today. And then I just think top to bottom, I mean, field position for the Jets, they had 3 possessions in the second half where they started off at the plus 40, which special teams, I mean, it is truly hard to have just one phase of a football team lose you a game, but that's what happened today with the offense being that bad. And I hate to say this, and also considering how easy the Jets schedule is coming up, like you got the Panthers, Browns, Bengals, but I fully believe this. 0-17 is 100% on the table. Again, I would still put it at maybe like a 2 or 3% chance that happens because you will just walk in the wins in the NFL, which the Jets should have walked into a win today. So that's why I think it's on the table. Justin Fields, he's 0-26 when his defense gives up 20 or more points. This offense, I mean, compared to what they looked like week 1 to the product we saw out there today, I mean, it is 2 different ball clubs. Like, I am so disappointed, and I am honestly shell-shocked by the performance that offense put out there today. Defense looked good. Now, will they be able to build off this, or will they regress back to who they were, from the start of the season? I'm going to probably lean on the side of positivity there, and hopefully they, once they get more healthy, like Brownlee Jr. is a stud. Jermaine Johnson, having him back was absolutely huge. But, I mean, the defense can do all they can. If you have that performance offensively, like you will go 0-17, and you will have the number 1 pick in the draft. I think they're going to have the number 1 pick in the draft regardless. We'll see what happens. But 0-17, 110% on the table. But we appreciate all of you guys for tuning in. Obviously, not good news for Jets fans today, but hey, we appreciate all of you guys for taking time of your day, watching today's show. And if you guys made it to the end, just hit me with a Go Jets down below. Also, hit that subscribe button on your way out. I'll see you guys next time. As always, Go Jets.